So magandang araw Kabola. Sa video na ito Kabola, balik po tayo sa usapang mga private trade rumors para ma-update po kayo Kabola sa mga napag-uusapan po ngayon Kabola sa mga trade ties kasi yung mga pangalan po ni na Mamuyak, ni na Bearfield, and etc. So mga hindi pa nakasubscribe Kabola, pakipindot naman po yung subscription button. So isa sa mga recent po na updates dito Kabola is regarding kay Mamuyak is that nagsabi nga po si head coach ng TNT, Chot Reyes Kabola, na interesado Kabola dito nga po kay Gian Mamuyak. Again, sino ba kasi hindi maging interesado kay Gian Mamuyak Kabola? This is a two-side type of player Kabola. He can defend and also he can help on the offensive end. So talagang kumbaga positive value po ito Kabola. Now, gusto po nila yon. And of course, si Mamuyak kasi kung titignan mo rin kasi, yes, of course, madaming quality guards sa TNT, marami silang quality wing, marami silang quality ball handler Kabola. Pero magdadala nga kasi si Mamuyak ng depensa. Yun talaga yun Kabola. Na kung titignan mo yung current po nila na lineup of guards and wings Kabola, si Pugoy yung primary po nila na stopper. Pag sinamahan mo yan ng Mamuyak, di ba? Sa wing mo, Mamuyak, Pugoy. Hirap niyan Kabola, di ba? Then may kabunting ka ba? Mahirap yan. It can be a modern type of defense. Yan siguro yung pwedeng makita ni Coach Shot in his interest Kabola in getting Gian Mamuyak. Pero according to the rumors Kabola, according to the grapevine, ang offer lang po daw ng TNT ay isang second round pick. A meager second round pick for Mamuyak for me is unacceptable Kabola. Hirap niyan, di ba? Kasi of course, Mamuyak is a core player of a consecutive semi-finalist na Rain or Shine. Parang lokohan naman na yun, Kabola. Kung ang kapalit lang po naman niya ay isang second round pick, sobrang one-sided na po yun, Kabola, di ba? Napanalo po ang TNT. Even if we consider, Kabola, yung value of those players, unless you are special or you have this unique quality. And I do believe that Gian Mamuyak has this unique defense Kabola that he can offer that increases his trade value above the normal valuation po ng isang guard wing Kabola na player. So because of that, I think second round pick is not enough. So now we think about it, di ba? Isip po tayo Kabola. Ano yung possible sana na counter po na may sasuggest natin Kabola for Rain or Shine? I do believe they can counter sana for a 2027 second round pick. Yes, isa pa rin po na second round pick. Pero ang hihingin nila is yung second round pick po nitong paparating na draft. Kasi we still believe, Kabola, na itong paparating na draft is kasing loaded po ng isang or ng dalawang draft. And because of that, if you will get a second round pick of this upcoming draft, parang ka na pong nakakuha ng isang first round pick. So, kung makakahanap po ang TNT, kasi as per our last po na checking, wala po silang second round pick. Pero of course, they have a lot of resources. They have a lot of ways, Kabola, na makakuha niyan. Eh di, pwede po nilang mabigyan, o yun po yung i-offer nila dito nga po kay Rain or Shine. And if that happens, I do believe that Rain or Shine should accept the offer. Kabola, I think it is enough. Even for Gian Mamuyak standard. Kasi, dun po sa second round Kabola, the possibilities that good quality prospect na big man will be there. And if in case lang na guard ulit ng gusto nilang kunin, another version of Mamuyak could be available there. And that is Clint Escamis. Pwede maging available pang isang Escamis. So, Escamis, NCAA MVP, who is also known for his defense, for his ability to steal the ball. So, for me, ito po yung pwedeng maging counter po ng Rain or Shine. Pakahanapan niya si TNT ng isang second round pick sa upcoming draft. Kabola. Now, another TNT negotiation na nag-bog down daw, Kabola. As per the bars, ha? As per the bars. Ayan, sa mga nagsasabi dyan, na puro lang yan, fake news, and etc. Again, actually, yung mga sinasabi naman po, actually, sa mga rumors is, pina-final na nga minsan pina-final, sinasabi na nila kung mangyayari or hindi. Tulad nito, Kabola. Diba? Interesado nga ang TNT daw kay Cedric Bearfield. Kabola. So, nagkaroon ng negotiation. Pero, nung hiningi na po ng Blackwater si Galinato, Kabola, the center, agad na pong tumiklop ang TNT. Hindi daw po nila ibibigay si Galinato, kabola. Diba? Ganun po ka-valuable currently ang valuation ng TNT kay Galinato. And nabanggit na natin, for me, that is an acceptable thought process na i-value mo ng mataas si Galinato. Kasi again po, if you look po at the physique, kabola, if you look po at his athleticism, yung potential niya talaga mataas. He can defend the giants of other teams and he could develop this offense that will be hard to stop. So, mahirap po makahanap ng ganyan. Di ba? Mahirap po makahanap ng ganyan, kabola. So, talagang yung valuation nila kay Galinato, mataas. Kabola. Although, dito mo rin makikita na Blackwater is really trying to get the right package. Kaya naman di nakakagulat, kabola, na at the end of the day, kabola, wala naganap na deal. And now, the rumors are they will now keep Bearfield and David for the meantime, diba? They auto-extend the two guys, kabola. Well, of course, in reality, there's a good chance na ang nagpapahirap din sa deal talaga is yung hinihingi po na cash incentive. Na-explain ako na po sa last video ko, kabola, in terms of trade rumors, na normal po yan na part, yung mga cash incentives po na yan, o kasamang cash package, kabola. Normal po yan. Now, ito lang ang problema ng Blackwater. I'm not really in agreement na kung papatagalin nila to is advantage po sa kanila. For me, hindi, di ba? Kasi papalapit lang ng papalapit totally na wala na pong kontrata, kabola. Anong magagawin ng Blackwater? Iipitin nila. Pag nagkaipitan na yung hindi na nila, wala nang permahan ng kontrata, kabola, hindi na makakalaro yung player. At then, talo sila, di ba? Kasi pwede pong makaalis tong dalawa mga mga Phil Foreigns naman to kabola Kung magkasanay naman silang manirahan po sa ibang bansa, pwede silang makahanap doon ng ibang liga, di ba? So in a way, kabola, para sa akin, mas ipit pa rin po ang Blackwater dito. And the longer it lasts, mas naiipit po sila. So for me, kung talaga pong hindi na po ito masusolusyonan ng banibagong kontrata, kabola, for both guys, they should really find the right trade for both guys. Now, for our last discussion, di ba, Blackwater ulit tayo. Hindi lang po yung dalawa yung, di ba, recent po na nasa trade discussions, trade rumors. Si Panopio din daw, interesado daw nga po ang San Miguel Beermen. Kasi nga po, old na po si Chris Ross, kabola. Now, ako naman, I suggested this trade that Blackwater can ask. And I think this is fine. The trade package is Hernandez and Calma. So, kabola, again, papasok po tayo dun sa reality again ng supply and demand ng Guardia. Yes, Panopio, mataas po yung kanya pong ceiling or potential. Although, hindi niya po yan napuprove currently sa kanyang rookie year. Ano po? Sobrang taas ng hype niyan pumasok di ba? We even consider him as the number 2 pick of the draft, pero he ended up way lower, di ba, kabola? So for me, if they can get Hernandez na for, I believe, add-on lang siya doon sa trade na Wami Chongson, Jerican Nisi, and then as for GM Calma, a right size or even an undersized big man, I think okay na po ito na return. Hernandez is young and has proven to be productive, kabola, while Calma is also young and same lang, they is also proven to be productive. So, itong dalawang to, they can develop, they can mold. Coach Patrick Aquino, I believe, will be good in developing players. And Hernandez could be a big guard. Calma is a skilled big man. So, they can develop these two. Na, di ba, ang i-give up mo lang is yung mas mataas po na potential na Guardia. Pwede na to, di ba? Pwede na po itong return na ito. And I think this is equal and a fair trade value. Kabaka bola, okay ba sa'yo itong trade na to? Kami na po sa baba.